aespa's Winter talks vocals, gains backlash. Blackpink's Jennie talks smoking controversy, gains backlash. Meow just debuted and they're gaining backlash. TXT's Yeonjun goes solo, you guessed it, gains backlash. All that and more on today's backlash written episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. But without further ado, let's get into today's Friday news video. So let's go. Unite and whatever. Don't forget to screen record at me. aespa's Winter has created a bit of a buzz with her thoughts on being a singer. Now this is from an upcoming Cosmopolitan interview, but I'm sure you've seen this quote going around where she talks about not missing singing or dancing lessons and the importance of that. Basically, I never skip vocal and dance lessons. I practice a lot on my own as well. It's stressful, but when I feel inadequate, I tell myself I can't show any weakness and keep going until I succeed. So that's the quote I've been seeing going around. Now, when it comes to performing, maybe someone in the audience, this would be their one and only time to ever see aespa perform live. So she says, "We give our all as if every performance is our last. I never forget that I'm a singer." So, just, as a netizen of the web, literally, as a citizen of the net citizen, I got confused. As a as a citizen of the net, you can only imagine the responses to this. Of course, some positive, of course, some negative. But let's see what some K netizens thought. Again, these are some perspectives, not all. This is not representative of every single K netizen. And please understand that K netizen stands for Korean netizen, that if we are talking about netizen responses, it's not always K netizens. I'm still constantly seeing in my comment sections like, oh my god, K netizens are so annoying, and it's literally like international stands making a big deal out of the issue, and K netizens had nothing to do with it. Just to clarify again, because these poor K netizens are getting brought into things that they have nothing to do with. But I digress. Here are some comments. But why do you lip sync? Winter is cool. It's a little funny seeing a group that lip syncs say this. Everyone already knows she's good, so does it really matter if it's lip syncing? It sounds the same anyways, haha. That's what I'm saying. Winter, thumbs up, thumbs up. It looks like they always sing live nowadays. Why is everyone behaving like this? Comments are just ridiculous, haha. Winter is already good, but it's great to see her working hard. Haha, since she sings live well, there are a lot of salty people. It's obvious who the commentators above are fans, right? Everyone knows she's talented anyways. Here are some more responses. That's true spirit to get success. She knows how to be a good singer. See, when you're a talented queen? Certain groups should take notes. Hybe should take notes on this. aespa, you're good to go. We all love you. Never skip vocal and dance lessons. I practice a lot on my own. Singers who grind, we stan, and so much more. So of course there's a lot of praise because aespa are known for being amazing vocalists. They sound beautiful, right? This work ethic, wanting to improve, wanting to give the best show to, someone who maybe the one and only time they'll ever be able to see you in their lives. But then there are people bringing up, of course, lip syncing and so on. So I wanted to know your thoughts on that. But also, oh my god, I should just save this for the podcast. I know I keep mentioning the podcast. When is the podcast coming back? I don't know. Also, like, a perfect performance for someone is so different from one person to the next, because I've 1000% met people who are like, no, I like lip syncing performances. I like when everything is just so perfect, and like people really love visuals. So like, do you not do all the dance moves and not do, the choreography to its fullest, which people love choreography to be able to sing, or this or that? Let me know your thoughts. I probably cut all my thoughts out. I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this today. A lot of people ask me, why don't you share more of your thoughts? Me? I've shared enough of my thoughts for one lifetime. The Black Label's new girl group just debuted, and fans are already complaining about their lack of content. Now, if I could have predicted this 6 months ago, I'm pretty sure I would have. No, did I? I think I predicted that they would, debut with a big bang, and then like a year from now would give us less and less content. But it seems they're debuting with not a lot of content to begin with. So there's this post going around titled, "Are they joking with Meow?" So essentially this post outlines the fact that, they debuted on September 6th. And now we're September 20th. On the 22nd is going to be their third music show performance. That's basically a month of promotions. And they've only, not even yet, they've only done 2 music show promotions for their debut song. Is it a pre-release? I don't even think they're doing like a pre-release and then another pre-release and then a debut song at this point. I think it's is just what it is. Let's read this post. They debuted on September 6th, but their third music show is on September 22nd. I just said that. Seriously, that's too much. Not literally too much. My understanding of the word oba is like too much, but not like number wise, like you're doing too much, like it's over the top, like that's crazy. Are they tied down or something? Why aren't they doing more music shows? It makes me effing sad, huh? Has there ever been a group that did this few music shows? By any chance was BP like this when they debuted? I'm really curious. I have, yes, actually they were. If you look back on Blackpink's Boom Baya performances, I literally think there's maybe 2, like on music shows, maybe 2 performances of Boom Baya. Let's fact check. Let's go on YouTube. I know one of them's freaking Inkigayo, which we're not going, obviously we're not watching any of them, but Boom Baya, Blackpink music show. So we have 8 years ago. Oh my god. No, don't play it. God damn it. And then Inkigayo again, which I think is literally just the same performance. Yeah, it's literally the same performance because if they performed on Inkigayo, Blackpink's YouTube channel would also post the same thing. So it looks like it's more than it is, but Blackpink are reposting the same videos from Inkigayo. So one Inkigayo, a second one on Inkigayo from 8 years ago, 15 million views. Wow. An award show performance. Oh no. Oh, KBS 3. Is that? No, that's an award. No, that's an award show. It doesn't count. So just we're at 2, right? No, 1. Coachella doesn't count. Oh, a third on Inkigayo. And guys, I think that's literally it. I think they literally had 3 music show performances for Boom Baya. Now, of course, they did have, I believe, a double title track, right? Whistle, which again, 1 on Inkigayo, 2 on Inkigayo, 3 on Inkigayo. Yeah, I think it's 3 once again. Now, oh, maybe a 4th. There is potentially a 4th. Potentially a 5th. Anyways, needless to say, it's pretty similar for Blackpink at debut as far as I know, as far as I personally remember. Watching their music video outfits plus music show outfits is part of the fun. Let's read some responses because I know people feel definitely a certain way about this. This is kind of the typical YG style of creating a sense of scarcity around their groups, which was made even more, I mean, people knew about this, have known about this for a long time with Blackpink, but it was made even more obvious when the members left YG for their solo activities. Suddenly, Jennie's on like 20 different shows and doing this and that, and Lisa is doing so much as well. I wanted to name them off, but that's what Kpop Shenanigans is for. Hold your horses, okay? That bastard pretended like they were so expensive and didn't send them anywhere. They tried the same with Bambam, but the truth is they're just slowly getting forgotten. That's definitely one major criticism, that people are going to forget these groups. But then if you look at the success that Blackpink had, you know, something is obviously working here, right? Also, on a different note, I remember seeing this post on Twitter and it was like Meow got like an Apple partnership or something, and that's why Annie Moon had to leave because she's Samsung's granddaughter or whatever. Like, I was like, that's interesting. Like, would you actually leave a potential debut lineup for a group because of potential brand deals that you can't take? But then like Samsung's huge in Korea, like they could just take a Samsung deal. Do you know what I mean? Is that like actually a good reason to leave a group? I don't even know that is true. Take it with a grain of salt. We're just yapping today. Why just always like that? It worked with Big Bang, 21 and BP, but nowadays it won't work with rookies anymore. That's a good point to bring up actually. But aren't they marketed as golden spoons in luxury just like BP? I watched a reel from them since it came up, but when I saw them zooming in on their Chanel hairpin, I was just a bit confused. They are rookies, so they should perform more. I'm going freaking crazy. Since they're a YG subsidiary, it seems like they're holding back, not even going on Music Bank, and there's no explanation for why they aren't sending them to Music Core either. It's so frustrating. So in terms of them not sending them to Music Bank or Music Core, if we look back at Blackpink's debut, they only performed on Inkigayo as far as I'm concerned. YG has had beef with Mnet for so long, up until recently. So I guess until recently there was really no excuse, but they also weren't often, if at all, performing on Music Core or Music Bank. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember any of that. Like if we think back to How You Like That, because that's the last memory I have of like actively watching like every single music show release, it was only Inkigayo and Music Core, I believe. Just those two. They wouldn't perform anywhere else. Here's some responses to this response. They should really stop with the starving technique. Even Blackpink during debut was active, like please. Debut VP as in Whistle and Boombaya just went to Inkigayo for a month, so they performed both songs a total of 4 times, and that was it. No variety, no radio, nothing. They went to their first variety with Playing with Fire and first radio show with As If It's Your Last. First ever fan sign, if I remember right, was also either with Playing with Fire single or LAL. The way with do because they finally have a physical album. The people are definitely saying they weren't even active in debut for Blackpink at least. The exclusivity marketing only works when there is a demand. So of course, let me know what you think of this scarcity strategy, this starvation strategy that YG is quite famous for using, and now seemingly the Black label, as some fans think Meow are just not doing enough. Like they're rookies and they should be performing and showing off various outfits, and yet they're not yet. Is it just typical YG, or do you really think in this 5th generation of K-pop is just not the way to go? Which, by the way, do you guys remember seeing like, I think like a Korean news outlet said that in 2025 it's going to be 6th gen K-pop? That's a conversation to have for another day. But anyways, let's talk about Jennie. I mean, there's just so much Jennie news that we talked about Jennie last video. We're talking about Jennie again in this video because she had a lot to say. I mean, she had a countdown in the last video, which ended up being a countdown to what people thought was a fandom name, but then we'll get into that. But let's start with her photo shoot for Harper's Bazaar. Now, personally, I've seen nothing but praise for these outfits. Look at her here. Here again, this white dress, the short hair. I remember I keep seeing a lot of tweets being like, good thing Momo cut her hair before Jennie, because then if it were the other way around, it wouldn't have ended well. This dress, so scandalous, which is exactly what some people thought. The first one looks way too much like underwear, and what's up with the photos and outfits? Oh, all the expressions are the same. The outfits are too revealing, and it feels like the photographer deliberately chose shots worse than B cuts. But honestly, saying Jennie can't shoot a good pictorial because she only has one facial expression is just unfair hate, isn't it? She's actually one of the celebrities who takes great photos, lol. It feels like there are a lot of people who dislike Jennie. Oh my. What's with the photo selection? Even the cover, it's like they tried their hardest to make Jennie look bad. Let's look at the cover. So with this specifically, let me know what you think of these pictures, what you think of the outfits. But then back to her countdown. The countdown from the last video, it seems, I mean, let's actually take a look at it. Oh. Okay, anyways, so that didn't work. It seems that there was a voice memo where Jennie is saying, "Hi, Rubies." And then every news outlet and their mothers were running with this, saying that Rubies has officially been announced as Jennie's fandom name. So everyone was talking about this. It created so much buzz, some backlash actually, because Kwon and B's fandom name is Ruby. So people were like, oh my god, she's stealing her fandom name. This is like Eyelid's fandom name issue all over again, because they chose Lily, but then Lisa's fans are unofficially called Lily, or officially, I don't think it's ever been like properly announced, but she calls her fans Lilies, right? So then it was a whole thing. But then Odd Entertainment, Auditity, which is of course Jennie's company, said the following: "We only referred to fans arbitrarily on the news page where we deliver news to fans, and we did not officially announce the fandom name." That was my first thought when I kept seeing people say like officially announced, and then I saw the official announcement and I was like, but she didn't, I mean, she didn't, like, yes, she's calling, technically it looks like she's calling fans Rubies, but it wasn't announced, was it? Now, there's some theories here. Some people think that the fandom name was supposed to be Rubies, and now the company's backtracking because of Kwon fandom name. Like, the company didn't do their proper research into this beforehand. Oh, here is the clip.
Hi, Corgis, it's Jenny. Stay tuned and see you soon. Love you. Bye.
So with that, like I could totally understand why people thought it would be a fandom name. And some of the responses honestly thought it was a match made in heaven, that it was perfect because Jennie Ruby Jane, and then calling her fans rubies, and her whole rubies are red, right? Rubies are red, and like her whole thing right now is quite red. Nobody mentioned that. I was just bringing it up myself. But anyways, but like I mentioned, Quantum B's fandom name is Ruby. Now these are responses from when people thought that this was the official fandom name. Like I said, it was announced even though nobody announced it. They need to change it. Is it so hard to do a quick research? Why are entertainment companies so lazy? It's already being used. This isn't right. Quantum B fans have a right to be mad, and she's also active. Did they not check beforehand? Quantum B's fan club name is Ruby. It's more strange that a name like Ruby wouldn't already be used as a fandom name. It's the same fandom name as another solo artist. This is so disrespectful, and they're just trying to get away with it based on influence. They need to change it. What kind of moral is this? She even set a timer for the announcement, and the name overlaps with another artist. I remember seeing a tweet basically saying she did a whole countdown to announce a fandom name. But now that it's not her fandom name, she did a whole countdown to announce another countdown. Anyways, I'm seeing a lack of morals often in the K-pop industry. Does she not have anyone working with her? Did she decide it on herself and release it? So overall, just a lot of people thinking previously that she should change it, and her company did indeed announce that that's not the official fandom name. It was just for funsies. So here are some responses to this new news that it's not the official fandom name. Seeing Ruby and Jennie's Insta ID, I thought that it would really be her fandom name, but it seems like they didn't research properly. The explanation kind of feels like they're begging us to believe them. Anyways, it's fine as long as they change it. Did they not think about this raising a controversy? This is the thing that fans are the most sensitive about. The way big companies operate like a one-person business. Why is everyone living so stressed out? They changed it, so case closed, right? In the end, no one was really harmed. And the ones who keep talking about it are just making trouble out of nothing. They responded fast after seeing the response. If they just researched about Ruby fandom, they can easily find that name belonged to another singer. Damn, what is the company even doing? All right, as long as you change it, can you do your work properly instead? And so on. She keeps on getting in trouble ever since she left YG. Seems like YG was actually doing a good work. I mean, it's an interesting thought to ponder, I think, because if you're under a company who is so restrictive of every single thing that you do, I mean, it's understandable that you'd get into less controversies. But then again, thinking back, anytime Blackpink had a comeback, it was so much controversy after controversy. Does that make sense? Like, the bigger you are, the more controversy you're going to have inevitably. So is it fair to say that it's because she left YG? Think about that. I thought her fans were called Gen Setters anyways. I wonder if that will be used in the end. But from there, I know there's so much Jennie news. Jennie actually ends up addressing her smoking controversy. Now, this is a scandal from a while back, and to refresh our memories, she uploaded a vlog, and there was a little clip where you could see her and her vape. This was huge news at the time. So the tweet that brought this to everyone's attention has over 20 million views. 24.2 million views. We can just see her getting her hair and makeup done, and she basically just smokes. Now, her company, again, Odd Atelier, did release an apology at the time for vaping indoors and causing inconvenience to the staff, but she herself addresses it again. What can I do? If Korean people think it's wrong, I've got to make up for it. It's like, I get why you guys are upset. It's cultural, it's history, it's time, and I can't go against time. The response to this was definitely something. Some simply, acknowledging the cultural differences. Some actually saying it's not a cultural difference. Smoking in somebody's face isn't necessarily related to a cultural issue. Smoking indoors and blowing it on staff's face is wrong in every country, not only Korea. LMAO, how is this related to culture? Let's read some key netizen comments. She was answering the question, why are you making an apology to the public? Why is everyone criticizing her about it? Other countries don't have a public apology culture like Korea, and so they asked because they were curious. Yeah, I get it. People from other cultures might think that she only needs to apologize to the specific person, and I agree too. Korea has this public apology culture. So many trolls are jumping on this since yesterday, and most aren't even her fans. I'm not trying to be a troll, I'm just saying that celebrities need to be conscious about smoking as they are always being watched and filmed. She's being criticized even for giving a proper answer to a question. I guess this is why they just skip over the apology. People are trolling even more when there is one. Besides smoking indoors, she would be criticized in any culture for blowing smoke in a staff member's face. She answered really well though. I read somewhere that international fans don't understand why she has to make a public apology and that she should just apologize to the staff member. It's because of these cultural differences that they're asking those questions. Why are so many people mad about this? She apologized to the staff and to the public. It looks like so many people were just waiting to troll on her. So of course, let me know your thoughts on that. But let's move on to dating news that nobody really believed, okay? So in my last video, I was actually congratulating Jennie because there were pictures of her and Bambam. You know, they apparently had dinner in LA. And I was congratulating her because she seemingly avoided dating rumors. Like some idols have had full-blown dating rumors for less than that. And then, strangely, I see articles that Odd Atelier, of course, Jennie's company, denying that the two were dating. And I was kind of like, did we skip a step here? And I think a lot of people agree. You know that TikTok sound that's like, no one wants the recipe to your peach cobbler. That's kind of what it felt like, didn't it? And I mean, here's the thing. Some people are saying this was huge in Korea. I mean, maybe it was. From the K netizen comments that I was reading, they too seem a little surprised. I think maybe it was just K media, but let's look into it. Let's see first actually what Odd Atelier said. So literally the two who have been friends for a while met up for a meal in the United States. That's just what they said. Here are some K netizen responses to this. They look like friends, but they look way too much like friends. It's more hilarious that journalists are releasing exclusive articles based on paparazzi photos. It just didn't look like dating news at all. Being celebrities must be so tiring. They had a dating rumor? I thought that they only denied dating rumors if they were there in the first place. You can tell they're friends from the photos right away. Jennie's coming back in October, so I'm looking forward to her pre-release. There was a dating rumor? Anyone can tell they're not dating. They look like people who became friends through acquaintances. Nobody thought that they were dating though. Here go K-pop fans turning every opposite gender friendship into a couple. But that's the thing though, nobody did. As far as I know, like on every end of the spectrum I can think of, I haven't seen a single person imply that they were dating. You know what I mean? This is kind of like a K-net comment, like those damn K-netizens, and K-netizens didn't do anything. Like K-pop stans, for once, didn't do this. Yeah, some comments saying it's just media play. I mean, if we look here, Jennie Bambam, Jennie Bambam, Jennie Bambam, Jennie X Bambam, and these are all like the headlines. Jennie caught by paparazzi in the US. What's the nature of their relationship? So on and so forth. So would you agree that it's mostly like K-media making this a thing? Because like everyone else, as far as I know, was just like, they're friends. However, my favorite response to this is this. Two bitches whose groups can't make a comeback album. This tweet with even 1.1 million views. Be for real, not a single person thought about that. Not even Dispatch. Like the one time K-pop fans were actually peaceful about something, and then I don't know. Anyways, so that is where we're concluding our Jennie news, of course. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. TXT's Yeonjun made his solo debut with GGUM, which honestly reminded me of Jesse's Gum and reminded me of when Yeonjun did a dance challenge with Jesse for Jesse's Gum. But this is GGUM, okay? And I honestly haven't seen it yet. I'm about to react to it. I definitely heard a lot of mixed reactions, but I'm going to see for myself. Let's see. So I'm going to do this for channel members and patrons if you would like to see the full version, but I'm probably going to show you guys a few snippets of my thoughts. Gum, 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 gum. Oh, GGUM. There's no Korean title, so I'm taking liberties with that pronunciation there, but here we are. I like it. I blame SM. Don't ask why, it's SM's fault. Ew! This feels so second gen to me. Like that vocal editing just feels like home. Ew! Okay, like I thought this would be absolutely horrendous noise music, and I've definitely dabbled in SM hate in the past, but someone's gonna be like, he's not under SM. I know. I'm talking about a music style here. Okay, that was literally not even offensive. I mean, you are so more than welcome to your opinion. I'm always of that opinion that you're allowed to have your opinion. You're allowed to not like things. I would never sit here and be like, you need to like everything. I do not stand for that. Now, I don't love the first part of the chorus, but the rest is pretty good. Would I add it to my playlist? Unconfirmed as of now. We'll see though. We'll see how it goes. But as I've mentioned, I've seen so many divided reactions about this. So let's go through some of them. As a non-fan, I can easily say Yeonjun is one of the first names that come to my mind when the topic of star quality comes up. I'm adding words because I didn't feel like rereading it. He got the vocals, he got the moves, he got the looks. A true it boy we have here. This sounds fire. Do you understand the level of confidence you have to debut as a soloist with this type of song and performance? Like, oh, he's so cool. I fear we're not getting any good male soloists from 4th Gen. This is what NCT allowed to happen. I will never forgive them. They're not wrong. Like, there is a lot of things we can blame SM and SM groups for. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing is up to you, up to interpretation here. Mo's forcing themselves to like this. Oh, my hair keeps pissing me off. Let's see what some K netizens think. I liked it because it feels like it's my first time hearing Yeonjun with this face. I feel like this song is a hit or miss, but I ended up singing Gum to Gum. I'm just effing looking forward to his stage. The song is good and hip. The song matches Yeonjun. I'm looking forward to his future solo activities. It was unique. The song was good. And I think that it'd be good if they released something sweet but with an intense vibe, just like Yeonjun next. Yeonjun. I didn't really like the voice effects. Plus the crowd grab will always be corny to me. Crotch grabs. Fair enough. I personally find crotch grabs really confusing because like a female idol will exist and get backlash, and then a male idol will literally be, I can't even say it. Isn't that rude? Okay, so I came across this tweet on my timeline, a lot of people quote tweeting it, and it's basically accusing Hybe of copying, and it has 7.5 million views, so I thought we could check it out together. Basically, Hybe knows how to follow a trend. 8.2 million views, literally up by 1 million views since I last checked, which was like 30 minutes ago. So Hybe knows how to follow a trend. That's why whenever aespa styling goes viral, someone else is not far behind. So let's take a look. Here's Ning Ning at, I believe, no, that's not like Water Bomb Festival or anyways. And then here's Yeonjun of Le Seraphim. Let's just take a look for funsies, because sometimes these things are such stretches and sometimes there's good reasoning. So spicy versus crazy concept pictures, we actually talked about this during crazy era. And then again, spicy versus Eve's Psyche and the Bluebeard's wife. I guess just, is it the all black out? Well, the shirt that says rich, right? Nor not the Taewon winter hair allegations. So this is a compilation of people alleging that Taewon copied Winter's hairstyles, like from hair color to hair cuts, the whole shebang. This actually, there's no caption to it, but this is people accusing Taewon of not only copying Winter's hair, but Taewon copying Winter's purple shampoo mistake. So Winter actually accidentally used purple shampoo and turned her hair a little purple, and Taewon did the same mistake, so they're saying that is copied. Thank God I live and breathe K-pop news for you guys to give context. So here's aespa, of course, on what, well, Ning Ning of aespa with those headphone things, and then Le Seraphim. Oh, and then the sticker copying situation. aespa had Armageddon stickers to promote Armageddon, right? And then Le Seraphim also released stickers to promote Crazy. Le Seraphim at the top, aespa at the bottom. The poached ex-SM employees copy my homework, but don't make it obvious. Then again, aespa versus Le Seraphim teaser pictures. aespa versus Le Seraphim. Oh, I haven't seen these allegations. Oh, is it still Taewon copying Winter's hair? What? Just the dates this time. So then aespa versus Tuas. So of course, let me know your thoughts. Do you think these are just basic concepts that many people have done before, or do you really think Hybe has an issue? So let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. 21's merch. So here it is. It says I Heart 21. The hat. 21, 21, 21. More 21 merch. What is this? Are they insane? People are saying it's outdated. It looks like it's from the early 2000s. And then also 21 are getting a new light stick, which, I mean, let me ask you, what do you think of these light sticks? Keep it. What a joke. Oh, please. We want these. Their original light sticks just had so much charm. I feel like they should just bring back the original light sticks. Every light stick is starting to look the same now. Like they have no individuality. It's just always this overall theme, which is probably so much cheaper to make than a freaking wings, you know, with studs. I stopped collecting K-pop merch, so I won't be purchasing them, but would you? Le Sserafim are collaborating with Sony on some dusty pink headphones, so here they are. And on that earphone note, aespa and Dash are collaborating for headphone cases. These are just absolutely adorable. Look at these cases. I want them all. They're so beautiful. Lisa did an episode of Genius Verified for New Woman, and it seems she's also going to be joining Dear You Bubble. They posted the following hashtag bubble for loud. And that's obviously Lisa. She's also going to be headlining Victoria's Secret fashion show as a performer. Jennie is joining Weverse. Jessie started her own label called Onni, the big sister company. And then 50/50 are being criticized for their showcase outfits. So here they are, these big puffy dresses. So yeah. Let's move on to our comment response section because I got this comment, and this is in regards to this email that I got from someone's school email. They're basically threatening me that my channel is going to get taken down because of my opinions on Twice. And this is back in 2021. And this person tried to send this email as if they were YouTube, but they must have not realized that they were sending that email through their school email. And their school email had this little disclaimer at the bottom saying, you know, this person goes to this school, and like it was just such a mess. And I said in the video that I didn't report it to the school, and that's not something I would ever do because I do have an experience of, you know, DMing someone, and then it turned out that it was their 8-year-old daughter who was sending me hate on their mother's YouTube channel. But this comment says, by not reporting it to the school, you are an enabler. And I've definitely seen similar comments in response to the situation I had. The thing is, I'm sure the school would have had like a very proper by the book way of dealing with that situation. My issue is I don't know how parents can be. And of course, you know, parents are supposed to know the best for their children. I don't know these parents. I don't know what they're capable of. You know, I never want to be in a situation where like, I don't know how to explain this in like a nice way. Some parents are terrible, and I wouldn't want to contribute to that, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe I was an enabler, but at the same time, I also blasted this email all over the internet, made fun of it with my subscribers for years. Since 2021, I keep bringing up this email. I'm sure that person saw that email, saw that I had to blur out their entire school, had to blur out their entire name. Like, I'm sure they ended up seeing it and felt embarrassed. You know, maybe the what if of the situation was enough to teach them a lesson. I don't know. I'd like to think that's enough. Like, you think you're all high and mighty sending this email to me, not realizing all of the personal information you left in the email. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe that is enough at the end of the day. But I don't know. I don't want to be the one to contribute to anyone getting in trouble. At its core, yes, it is kind of a threat, but also it is kind of funny at the same time. Like, they're mad of my thoughts about Twice. They're like, your opinions about Twice are valid, but you keep that shit to yourself. So I don't know. I know a lot of people say I should have reported it to their school. I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I don't know what the consequences would have been. And that would have really bothered me. Like, what if this followed them forever? I don't want that. They didn't say anything about the way that I looked. They didn't say anything about my intelligence at the end of the day. There wasn't any valid, real threats to anything at all. Was it completely harmless? No, of course, it's not fun to receive emails like that. But again, like I keep saying, like, maybe blasting it on the internet with all like the what ifs of like, what if she would have told my school? What if she would have contacted my school about this? Maybe that was the lesson at the end of the day. I don't know. Let me know what you would have done in my position. Those are just my thoughts on it because some parents are rough. Some parents are not understanding. Some parents are not going to. Anyways. Oh my God, we have a dream segment today. I'm so excited. I haven't dreamt of anything in so long, and I finally got this dream and I finally wrote it down for you guys. So I had a dream that ATEEZ's Hongjoong was critically injured in a post-apocalyptic world. And we brought him to a surgeon who unfortunately had to turn him into a mini giraffe to save his life. I mean, we were horrified at first, but then we remembered it was kind of cute like Animal Crossing. Now, I don't think there's any giraffes in Animal Crossing, but just the size of him was very Animal Crossing-esque. And we're like, well, that's kind of cute, actually. So that's the story of my K-pop dream featuring Giraffe Jung. Short and sweet, but it's something, okay? And then as for our K-pop song of the day, let me just go take a little look here. I have Elegante by Auser. So this was actually a university K-pop project. And I believe this is one of 2 songs maybe they released. I don't fully remember, but I remember falling in love with this song. Fall in love with this song. Those aren't the lyrics, but and like just look at the font and everything. I don't know. There was just something about this song that I really enjoyed. What year is this from? Let me just look. Elegante. 3 years ago, I believe. 2021. I don't know, it's just pretty. Anyways, that's our K-pop song of the day. Just interesting, right? Like, I believe they were, yeah, this is a product of the K-pop department of Howon University. So they were all students. Okay, everyone, I reckon that's basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.